It's the thug life. Actually, it's time to show you some stuff. I picked up 4 guitars. Just absolute rags. None ready to play. They were cheap though, so I'm gonna go through them one at a time. See what the zoom's doing here. Ooh, zoomy zoom. There we go. Now we can see the whole thug. Anyway, so one at a time, we're gonna go over these guitars and show you what's wrong, give you a rough idea of what they're worth, and what else, and what I'm going to do to them. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna start with the worst first, because it rhymes. Worst first, worst first. This is a Mark II, made by someone. Who knows? I think it's the name of the company is Mark II. As you can see, right there. Let me zoom in on that. Real quick. Oops. The tuners are absolute and complete garbage. The neck is dusty and crusty. Well, the headstock is. I think I knocked most of the dust off it bringing it home. It is probably the worst guitar I've owned yet. If you look at the pick guard here, if you can see that or not, well, you can. It's warped really bad. I have plugged it in. It does actually work, believe it or not. But that pick guard's going to go. This bridge is kind of weird. Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Bridge is kind of weird. I might be able to work with it though. It is floating right now. It's got 3 springs on it, but only 2 really have tension on them. Which is another story. Got a lag bolt holding it to, for the strap dealio there. Hold your strap on with the lag bolt. Don't guess that's coming out real soon. Aside all the chips and everything, and poorly maintained finish. It is just a pile of crap. Actually, not aside. So I will probably reuse the pickups. Maybe the pots too, depending on the condition. The switch appears to work. The neck has got to go. Although it's not a bad looking neck, it's not in bad condition as far as fret wise goes. I hate the shape of the headstock. I just really do. So I might get a Bournemouth neck for this one. The back side, as you can see, those springs are at an angle. The center one's in there. The center one doesn't do anything when you put the springs at an angle like that. It just flops around. So there's only 2 springs really holding it. You can see, maybe see, some duct tape in there holding the bridge from going completely wacko. So anyway, this is the first piece of garbage. It's going to get a bunch of work. So let's move on to the next one. The second worst. Coming in the distant second is this gem here. It is a Woods by Samick. Samick sounds familiar, but this has got to be the bottom end. Oh, by the way, the previous guitar I think you can buy brand new for $99 at Mark II. So all day long. This, I believe you can get for 30 bucks. It's not electric, it's acoustic strictly. Laminate top. So I'm sure it's a laminate bottom. It's not a really unattractive guitar. I listened to all the strings because they just wouldn't go in tune, partially because of this situation right here. That's pretty bad. The way they put the strings on, whoever put the strings on. This one will probably get a new nut, and of course new tuners. Oops, where'd we go here? I'm a horrible photographer. New tuners, or open gear, which I don't have a problem with, but as you can see, with the mold seam still present, they're not the highest dollar units in the world. In fact, they are very, very cheap, and I couldn't even get this thing to tune up. So it's a piece of garbo. Looks like we have a little separation down here at the bottom. I don't know what that is. I gotta examine that further. I just noticed it. Either it's a piece of tape or the clear coat on this cap here is coming off. Anyway, that's the close number 2. So we'll move on to number 3. This here is a Yamaha SE350, which for all intents and purposes wouldn't be a bad guitar, but it's been poorly maintained. It does work. The electronics work on it. The neck is a little bit fret munched, but it's got plenty of fret left on it to do a leveling and a recrowning on it. So it is a tremolo, a Floyd Rose tremolo, which I don't have in my collection yet. So I'm going to be keeping this one. This one will likely get refinished, because I don't know if you can see it or not. This camera. There's a few little, well, you can't see it in this shot here. Anyway, there's a few little nicks and marks in it. And the tremolo needs to be set up properly. Needs new strings, obviously. So this will probably get a refinishing. I think the tuning keys will be fine. They really don't mean much after you get it tuned up and locked down anyway. So, and that is a single coil slash humbucker. So you can make it a single coil or a humbucker on that. Those are both single coils, obviously. So this one will probably be the least amount of work, but it is in third place as the worst guitar that I bought yesterday. But it will be the easiest to repair. The only reason it's in third place and not the best one is value. This one's $179 brand new, this model or comparable model. So I paid $150 for it. Paid $200 for the whole lot, $150 for this. So we'll get on to number 1 here next. This one here is number 1 strictly because of its value. It is a Kramer Farrington 80s guitar. By the way, that Yamaha is an 80s guitar as well. It's acoustic electric. Has volume, bass, and treble controls there. I plugged this one in. It does not work. And I'm assuming, as well as hoping, that it's because of the battery in there being dead. So we'll see. But this one I've seen on eBay used. I think the least expensive one was $300, and the most expensive one, which is roughly in this condition, what do you call it? $599 or $600 for this guitar. One problem with it, I couldn't get it to tune up properly. And that's probably the biggest reason why right there. Zoom in on that. That's what happens when you let your 2-year-old toddler put your strings on for you. It's a little dusty. Interesting that they have roller trees on it. That's factory. That's the way they came. Roller trees on it when it's not a tremolo guitar. So it would be also very little work to get it up to par. The keys are Kramer's, so I've checked them and they seem to be fine. So this one will get a new set of strings, new set of pegs, and a polish up. Might even get a fret job on it and doll up the neck a bit and doll up the bridge a little bit, and it'll be ready. So all these are project guitars. One at a time. I'll probably do the 2 easiest ones first. This will be after I work on the bass. I have to do some work to the bass. It's in a previous video. I have a Washburn that I need to do some electronics work on, and I have a Ibanez AR40, 140, something like that. ARX, I don't know what the hell it is, but it is in need of a new set of strings and a setup on it. So it'll be after those, but so we'll be busy for a good 1.5 years or so here with these. Anyway, have a good day.